Do you anticipate any border skirmishes with Pakistan that could lead to a major war or no? Is
No,
Pakistan weakened now?
Pakistan can't deal with India anymore. I don't think you may have some
And
minor.
you would say something different 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
India was a pushover 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Pushover. You could not deal with Pakistan. They did 2008. We did nothing in return. They could keep on bleeding us at a certain rate on and on, day after day. We did nothing. This is not that India. India has gone way beyond that. Pakistan cannot afford to do anything significant with India. You may have, unfortunately, I hope it never happens, but some terrorist activity here and there keeps on happening in Kashmir or wherever. So that may happen at a certain small rate, but I don't see any significant problems with Pakistan. If there is a problem, we can deal with it militarily, no question about it. The real problem is China. The real problem going forward is going to be China. China is making good sweet talking India right now, but they haven't done anything to resolve the India-Tibet border issue. The border remains undemarcated because of them, and there is still aggressive patrolling happening here and there. One hears, and one hears of a spy balloon that crossed over into India from Tibet, and we had to down it. We had to take it down. So the Chinese are still up to their old tricks, and the real problem is there. China is the real problem. Pakistan we can handle.
Yeah, because in the news, we've been ignoring China. It's not on our radar for the last few months.
Yes.
We've been involved in Manipur. We've been busy with Pakistan. We've been busy supporting wars that are happening thousands of kilometers away. We're now dealing with Canada. We haven't seen too much coverage about India-China relations at all for the last few months, which I find a bit odd because you're saying that China is the real threat.
China is the real threat. It is a nation that's way more powerful than India, much larger economy. Military strength must be like 3 to 4 times that of India. And naval strength is immense. Of course, their naval strength needs to be stationed in the South China Sea and in the Eastern Pacific region, or the Western Pacific region, because of the threats they face there. That's why it's good for us. And about a quarter of their military strength can be deployed, their land strength can be deployed in the Tibet arena. But China is the real threat, the immediate threat for us. We share a long undemarcated border with them. And of late, one hears news in the Indian media that there seems to be some kind of rapprochement between India and China. The Chinese embassy, the Chinese official statements, the global times are all saying nice things about India suddenly the past few months. So they're trying to sweet talk India because they have been essentially cut off from the global Western market. The Americans are imposing all kinds of trade barriers against China. They need a market in which to export their manufactured stuff, and it looks like India is the only large market left for them. So they need that. But they will not do it at the cost of the border uncertainty that they've created. They want to permanently keep India off balance by keeping this border undemarcated, and whenever they feel like they can always do some border incursion and apply pressure on India. So India needs to be very careful about China. We cannot allow them to sweet talk us into believing that things are going to be fine with them. We have to see demonstrable action, not just words from China. And the situation on the border is still 70% maybe better, but 30% is still tense, according to the foreign ministry's own statements. So I think the long-term threat for us, immediate threat is China. People talk about RIC happening, Russia, India, China, that sort of coalition happening. That is a long way away. So we have to be practical, pragmatic, and understand what the real threats are. The threats are the border. And the Chinese army still is deployed there. They have Air Force significantly deployed, Chigatse, Lhasa, everywhere. So it's the biggest threat for India, China.